Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of voice for radio. So today, we need to go and have a little bit of a look at Triple B. Specifically, we got some new secret rares to have a look at and talk about, which is awesome. And we need to have a look at the pull rates, because of course, we know what the pull rates for Scarlet EX and Violet EX are. We saw them a little while ago in the sets out in Japan and everything. But this is a mini set. Or an A set, call it what you will. But it is a first mini set that we've actually seen in the Scarlet and Violet era, so we need confirmation of exactly what's going on. Good. So let's start off with some of the new secret rares, including one that I am very excited about, because there's a story being told. We've got Crocodile. Yay! Now, Fuecoco, of course, is one we've seen, and we know that Fuecoco does actually have an artwork rare, art rare in Japan, illustration rare over here, that's the terminology, so I'm probably going to flick between them randomly, but you know what I mean. And what we've got here is a continuation, which is lovely, but now we've got the story, because you'll notice Fuecoco here, kind of chilling, sitting in a trolley in a supermarket, just kind of, having a bit of fun, eating an apple, being fairly well behaved. But the Crocodile here comes along, and not in the trolley anymore, significantly less well behaved, eating the stuff in the middle of the supermarket, thrown all over the place. It's clearly, the Fuecoco here has grown up and gotten a bit cheeky. It's clearly leading up to a Skeledirge, right? That's clearly happening. There's going to be a special illustration rare of Skeledirge, and as a lovely Joe Merrick put it, burning the supermarket down. Love it. I'm very excited to see that one. If anybody's wondering, on Thursday, we will be able to see all of the secret rares from the set, and I will do what I always do. On Thursday, I will bring you a lovely video showing you all the secret rares from the set, because that's the kind of thing that I do. Essentially, as soon as the set comes out in Japan, we'll have scans that people have done of the secret rares, and I'll be able to show you decent views of all of them. So look out for that one on Thursday. For now, we got the two. They work together. It's rather lovely. Of course, it is going to be very reminiscent of the Gardevoir line from Scarlet and Violet, and this is kind of interesting to me, because obviously we know at this stage that we've got two sets in a row, essentially, of having these stories. And we've had these story cards before, but we don't tend to get them two sets in a row. Does this mean that every Scarlet and Violet set we're going to have a Stage 2 with two artwork rares of the basic and Stage 1, and then a special artwork rare of the Stage 2? The answer is, I don't know, but it is a little bit weird and definitely notable that it's happened two sets in a row, and I am very, very interested to see if it happens again. So yeah, look out for that one. It's going to be awesome. And then, of course, we get to the next question. And the next question then becomes, well, all right then, what about the others? Are we going to get all of the others coming in here? And the answer is, we're not sure. We'll have to wait and see when the full set list comes out. I kind of hope so, honestly, because they are really cool. What I will say is, of all the ones we've seen so far, we've seen some very cool ones. The Fuecoco is my actual chase card. We did see another artwork rare that was pulled. We got to see ourselves a Tropius. We did also see Mismagius, but given that we've previously seen Mismagius, it seems kind of silly to spend any time talking about it here. So the Tropius, I mean, look, it's Tropius. It's fine. It's not a card we've actually talked about, incidentally. We've not talked about it at all. Not even told you what it does, which I think kind of tells you everything you need to know about how good the card actually is. What we got here from Tropius is single energy, 20 damage, heal 20, and then free energy, 130, move all energy from this Pokemon to one of your bench. That's actually quite a nice effect. The problem we have here is that we have free energy on 130 HP basic, and the reality is nobody's doing that. Like, I like being able to attack, do 130 and move the energy off. That's lovely. But there is absolutely no way you're going to want to put free energy on this dude in the first place. And yeah, that's a little bit of a problem. No, I'm not giving you a translation for Crocodile here, given that there's nothing relevant to translate. They are vanilla attacks. Good. So, that's that one. Yeah, I don't need to spend too much more time talking about that. It's kind of cool and it's coming. Now, there was a secret rare that was pulled in the box. This was a box opened on the Japanese YouTube channel. And we've got a full art of Meowskarada EX. Of course, we know Meowskarada is in the set. That is not a surprise, honestly, ladies and gentlemen. And there's a full art. There's always a full art. And when we see these openings, right, obviously my own, and I do have a box of Triple Beat secured, I am delighted. I'm always hoping for the best possible pulls. But when we see these openings on the official Japanese YouTube channel, I am desperately hoping they pull a special illustration rare or something along those lines, because I want to see them, because these obviously happen before the set comes out. So we now know what Meowskarada EX looks like, and that's absolutely lovely. I'm delighted. But we didn't know there was going to be Meowskarada EX, and we know what the full art EXs roughly look like. Like, nobody knew exactly, outside of the company, of course, knew exactly what this looked like. But I do think it's fair to say that it's one of those where we knew vaguely, roughly what it was going to look like, and it looks exactly like that. I will say that Meowskarada is one of the EXs in the set that actually does have a chance to be pretty gosh darn good. Not for the... Well, I mean, the attack's fine, actually. 2 colourless energy, 100 damage. If your opponent's active Pokemon has any damage counters on, it does 220. And 220 for 2 colourless energy is actually kind of relevant. And then we've got an ability here that says once during your turn, you may discard a basic grass energy from your hand and put 3 damage counters on one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. It's fine. Interestingly enough, it is benched, it is not active, and I have checked the translation myself on this one. It is 100% definitely only the bench Pokemon. I will say, as much as I want Clodsire to be the best EX in the set, and I really do, I think it probably is Meowskarada, even if it is a stage 2, which is kind of awkward. Although, you know I'm going to be testing Clodsire, right? You all know this at this stage. So yeah, that's something to get a bit excited about. So where does that leave us then, in terms of pull rates? Well, in that particular set, in the box we saw over on the YouTube, we saw that there were 3 artwork rares pulled. We had the Tropius, the Crocodile, and the Mismagius, which means there's going to be 3 per box. That's what we saw in Scarlet EX and Violet EX. That's what we saw in the special sets previously. That's what we see here. It is overwhelmingly likely, not guaranteed, let's be clear, but it is overwhelmingly likely that moving forward, that's what we're going to see. That from now on, the deal is going to be that in a Japanese set, you are going to get 3 artwork rares. It is worth noting that there were 12 per set in Scarlet EX and Violet EX. That is not, let's be clear, not a guarantee there will be 12 here. But I do think that is a fair guesstimate to make at the moment. Obviously, like I say, come back on Thursday and I will be able to tell you exactly how many there are. But at this stage, I would be very surprised if there weren't 12. So that means that when you buy a box, you are getting 1/4 of the artwork rares. It is also worth pointing out, of course, that they don't hold much value. Like, over in Japan, these artwork rares are very, very cheap. You will get the odd one that's a particularly popular Pokemon or something along those lines. Maybe it's going to be hugely playable. There will be exceptions here and there. But generally speaking, these artwork rares are only going to be a few dollars each. So like I told you in a recent video, singles are probably the way to go for Japanese sets right now. Getting boxes is becoming more and more awkward and more expensive. And the singles, even though the boxes are like ballooning in price and getting really hard to get hold of, the singles are not following suit. So getting the singles of these artwork rares, like I said, I'm sure here and there will be exceptions and that will be sad. But generally speaking, getting the set of artwork rares is going to be pretty simple. Now, there aren't anything like Radiant Pokemon or anything like that. You do get 1 secret rare per set. That is a full art or above. I know technically the artwork rares are secret rares. I mean one secret rare in addition to those. And here, like I say, it was your full art Meowskarada. Ideal? No. But still pretty cool. And then you get yourself 4 EXs. Now you can see from this image here what we saw was Skeledirge, Quaquavel, the Terrastal Dedenne, and Lycanroc. Which of course then leads me to the question of, who can tell me which 2 are missing? One I've already mentioned in the video, and one is very obvious, if you think about it for just a second. Yeah, it's obviously Meowskarada. We've literally seen the full art, so we know it's in the set. And the other one is Clodsire, which I did mention specifically earlier. What that means is you're getting 4 out of 6 EXs in a box. And Japanese boxes don't repeat. They don't repeat in terms of EXs. So, at least I've not seen it. So you will get yourself 4 of the 6 EXs in a box. Which means that if you can find a box, which is becoming more and more difficult, I've been collecting Japanese cards for a couple of years, and a couple of years ago, it was super easy to get a box of the new set, other than EV Heroes, but that was a really special case. Nowadays, it's becoming a pain, but you will get yourself all the commons and uncommons, all but like 1 or 2 holo rares. You'll get yourself 4 of the 6 EXs, 3 of the 12 artwork rares, and then 1 random secret rare. Which basically means, if you're like me, my goal is always get 1 of each card in the set. So for me, it's buy a box, and then I need to buy 9 of the artwork rares, because come on, obviously I'm going to complete them, 2 EXs, and maybe a couple of holos, and I've got the set not including secret rares. And yes, I know artwork rares are technically secret rares, but there's no way I'm not collecting all the artwork rares. They're too gosh darn beautiful. So there we go. So, once again, what we got here, this is really good. This is phenomenal. Japanese boxes are great, and the pull rates really do just put ours to shame. The fact that in every box you're getting yourself 4 of the 6 EXs, and you're getting yourself 3 artwork rares, and you're getting yourself a secret rare as well, it's just wonderful and phenomenal and awesome. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you need to know. That's Triple B. That's the pull rates. And, of course, a couple of new secret rares just for fun as well. But now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about this. Tell me what you think about the new cards that are revealed. Tell me what you think about the pull rates. Tell me what you think about the set. Tell me anything you want to tell me in the comment section. Go nuts. Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wasi. That's where we talk Pokemon and card games and Pokemon card games, all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord and chat with us. Doesn't have to be Pokemon, it could be anything. And you can get shoutouts on the channel, like the lovely It's a Coaster, who is one of the more active members over on our Discord and is a very lovely person. So thank you very much for the support and for being a very lovely person. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.